Women using their body instead of their mind. That's the conversation we're going to have here today on Self Love Monday. How you guys doing? This is ronsimplifiedmyers, author, podcaster, and your uplifting life partner. Now, this is one that a lot of ladies use. Unfortunately, we're in a society where you can get away with using your body and your looks and the external stuff to get a lot of favors, to get people to excuse you for some of your actions. People will let you cut them in line. People will let you do all kinds of things. And it's unfortunate. And the reason I say unfortunate is because for some ladies, they take full advantage of it. And they instead of using their mind, which is the idea behind this conversation, that's all they do is they use their body to get what they want. I remember driving, and I had a young lady, and her breasts were hanging all out of her blouse, and she made it clear. She said, "Yeah, I know how to get drinks." She said, "I get me some drinks or something like that," and then she kind of shuffled her breasts around a little bit, and I'm just shaking my head, and it's like that. I mean, first off, she knows she's doing it, and she's using her body to manipulate and use other people. I have a challenge with that when you're using it to take advantage of other people. And that's why even in relationships, if you use it to get in a relationship with somebody, that means you know what you're doing in terms of you're not using your mind. You're specifically using your body. And you know the difference. Those things will come back to haunt you, especially if the guy is with you because of your body and not your mind. Because as we know, and people talk about it all the time, that external will eventually one day disappear. And when that time comes, and if that is the reason that the person is with you, you're done. The relationship is done. That's, again, another example of why I keep making the comment about get with a person based on the internal, and this is what another kind of way we're talking about that when we're saying the mind. That's the internal. Get with someone that you have an internal connection, because the external will always change. And not only that, you got a ton of competition if external is what you're basing it on. And eventually you'll get older. You won't be able to compete like you used to. And then that is when you will see your relationship, quote unquote, fall apart. Ask the questions, I don't know why, but you do know why. Because the reason you got with the person, you used your external versus your mind. And eventually your external wasn't what they said, it wasn't paying the bill. So they stopped paying the bills. So anyway, the whole idea behind this is really get to learn to love you some you, which is why this is Self-Love Monday. And you want to get with someone who understands that aspect. I've mentioned it before about the song called Naked. In other words, can you love me with all this external stuff stripped away? Can you love me just the way I am? And if that answer is no, do not get in a relationship with that person, because it's doomed in most instances, because I don't want to say all, because there's exceptions to every rule. They can eventually grow where you guys can become close. And that's where a lot of people make mistakes, because they get into relationships with the ideal that eventually we can connect. That's not a good way to go into a relationship. It is possible that it can happen, but please don't go into a relationship with that being the destination, and the way you're making these decisions is based on eventually that person changing the way they see you. So bottom line here, learn to value you. Look for someone who understands your intellect. If the external is what you think it is, or you think you're at a certain level, whatever, I'm not here to try to decide that. Don't use that. I mean, I do understand sometimes it comes in handy, as long as you're not harming people in the process. Because I know, yes, I do know, women use it, get out of tickets, kind of wink at the guy, He said, I'm gonna let you go this time. Folks, stuff like that. I mean, hey, take it and run. Those are benefits. But don't use it ever to manipulate other people, because eventually it will come back to bite you and you'll pay for it. Make sure you understand your mind is the best gift. Your internals are your best gift. Look for someone that is looking for that in you. And as you guys know, it ain't right. It ain't wrong. It is my opinion. Now run on over to my app, which is located in the Google Play, Apple Store. It's Simplified You. The word simplified and you are separated. It's two different words, but it's not the word you, it's the letter U. Simplified You. It's a free app. I also included my book, The Relationship Success Handbook, Get Rid of Your Problems, Not Your Partner, as it's also inside of the app. I did that because I want to get that in everyone's hands, give you the opportunity to work on yourself, which is the first chapter of self-love. And then we can get into actual relationships with other people and make those work. But I'm more concerned right now with getting that information out, getting people to know who I am, than I am about selling books, because the book is actually available at Amazon, the hard copy, but you have access to it instantly by downloading the free app at Simplified You. And again, as you guys know, if you're not having fun, you should be doing something else. Learn to value you. And that's your internal also. I mean, the external, like I said, if you got to use it, as long as you're not taking advantage of people. But at the same time, because you do have it, and don't let anybody tell you any different. No matter what, and I've done videos on that. If you haven't seen, go back. You're a 10. You're looking for the person who understands that. Don't let anybody make you believe you're anything else but that. All right, I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.